Moore, the man who for 30 years portrayed the Lone Ranger. This is a Lone Ranger mask that can be purchased in every toy store in America. Anyone can walk in, buy this mask, and wear it wherever and whenever they want. That's everyone except one man, the man who portrayed the Lone Ranger, Clayton Moore, the man who dedicated his life and career to upholding the images and the principles for which this mask stood. A giant corporation has now done what no outlaw could. They've taken the mask away from our Lone Ranger. In Clayton Moore's battle to keep the mask is his associate and manager, Arthur Dorn.
We have a company that feels that they have the right to tell Mr. Moore what he can and can't do as far as earning a living. As long as America is free, nobody has that right. We believe that he has a right to keep on portraying the hero that everybody has grown to love.
Clayton Moore is the Lone Ranger.
Well, I think the people are sick that are doing it, sick in the head.
Un-American.
Well, it's just not fair. I just can't believe that it's happening.
People are totally outraged. Here is thousands and thousands of signatures that people have written in. We have mail bags that are full of mail. We have had somewhere in the neighborhood of 500,000 cards and letters, close to 1 million signatures and petitions. We've had children from grade school do drawings for us to show their support. Everybody has been showing their support to Clayton. They want him to be able to continue doing the things that he's been doing for the last 30 years.
We all love him, and we want to see him keep his mask and keep him going all the time.
I think it just stinks that he can't wear his mask.
The man has done nothing to disgrace the mask. Why not leave him alone? He stands for right.
In over 160 episodes of The Lone Ranger, the values of truth, justice, and the American way touched millions of fans around the world. And wherever Clayton goes today, those fans reach out to touch the man who still embodies those values.
Most important of all, we want the ideals of America to be upheld. Clayton has upheld those ideals. He's lived with those ideals. He does not drink. He does not smoke. He lives a good, clean life. Everyone can relate to their Lone Ranger, and everyone loves the Lone Ranger.
For 3 generations, the Lone Ranger fought against evil with only Tonto at his side. Today, in Clayton's fight for the mask, those 3 generations stand with them.
Thank you very much for coming. You're all my fans, and I love every one of you. I want to thank all of you for your wonderful support. I don't like these glasses, but I'm going to get the mask back. Through your wonderful support, I will get it back, believe me.
In order to retain his mask, Clayton had to do battle in court. But as always, he was not and is not fighting for himself, but for others. Clayton feels that for his fans to see the man who portrayed the Lone Ranger without his mask would be like seeing Santa without his beard, the Statue of Liberty without her torch, or America without the Bill of Rights.
I am astonished that this would happen, but I'm a fighter. I believe in that which is right, and it's right, and the truth is I have been the Lone Ranger for the past 30 years, and I will not give up the fight, and I love my public, and I'll fight for you.
Clayton Moore is still fighting for his public. The courts took away his mask, but they'll never take away his spirit, his courage, or his fans.
It's plain to see our laws keep getting stranger every day. Courts won't rest until they've taken all our rights away. Ain't nothing sacred anymore, and everyone's in danger when some fool thinks he can take the mask off the Lone Ranger.
I want my child growing up without the Lone Ranger.
He portrayed qualities that I want my child to learn.
He taught us loyalty, and he taught us friendship and kindness.
He's more than a legend to us. He's in our hearts. I don't know, we just love him.
So come on, everyone, let's get behind our Lone Ranger. mask on the Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger took no payment for helping others, so wherever Clayton appears today, he gives his fans souvenirs for nothing.
He just commits himself 100% to standing behind that image that he has created. He won't do anything in his own life or in public or in any way whatsoever that would tarnish or dirty the image that's been imprinted on the American public.
I fell in love with the character of the Lone Ranger. It's helped make me a better person. It certainly changed. As far as I'm concerned, I'll always dream of being Clayton Moore, who portrayed the Lone Ranger.
Who was that masked man?
He is the Lone Ranger.
He is the Lone Ranger.
He is the Lone Ranger.
I believe to have a friend, a man must be one. That all men are created equal. And everyone has the power and the right within themselves to help make this a greater world. I believe in my country, my creator, and certainly my fellow man.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our Lone Ranger, Mr. Clayton Moore.
That's what we have to do. We've got some thoughts to think about, and there's time for just a few.
I've been eating junk food for quite a while, but this one is the capper. This morning, had some, liked it a lot, till I found out I had eaten the wrapper.
Our beloved masked man should keep his mask to wear another day. For years, the Lone Ranger stood for justice. Let's see that he gets some today.
In California, when it rains, they drive the freeways in boats in search of the perfect California house, one that's fireproof and floats.
We'll be glad to attend the Moscow Olympics if one sporting event they plan, the high-speed cross-country pullout of Afghanistan.
Good night.